Wolf is still thriving even in this technologically fast-paced society. And with that, I have a question about the book sale itself. So I'm wondering why the first name of your business was Book Access. Yeah. How did you why did you change the name to Big Bad Wolf? And I remember because Big Bad Wolf is a character, right, from the Three Little Pigs. So why Big Bad Wolf book sale?
Yeah. So you imagine a small little company with very limited financial resources, which have no budget for marketing. So how are you going to tell people that you are having a sale? Like if I call it a book access sale, like nobody knows. Like nobody knows us. We are just one bookstore. Nobody heard about you. Nobody know what books are selling. They don't know you're selling English book, Chinese book, Malay books. They don't know you're selling school books or what kind of books. So it's very hard for that name to go out, especially if you're appealing for the general public to pay attention. So we wanted to create a character. So during that year, 2009, Facebook is still free, yeah? So we are not paying for ads, right? And we wanted to, and that is our free media that we could publicize, we could let the word go around, we can share. And we thought, how do we do that if we want to speak like a corporate? We can't, and we are not corporate to begin with. So my husband, who is the more creative one, so he said, okay, let's create a character. But it takes a lot of effort and money to create a character. And you can never fight, right? The multi-million companies that they have the resources to create a character successfully. So we thought, okay, let's take a fairy tale character that really existed. And he specifically wanted a villain. So I'm like, no, we cannot call it. We cannot. Like, we're talking about 16 years ago where things are still more conservative. So we're like, no, we cannot call it a villain. People don't like it. How can we call it big and bad? Why can't we call it Red Riding Hood or something? So he said, no. We need to engage with the customer. We need to have fun with the customer. We need to be allowed to be cheeky, to play games, So he insisted on the name Big Bad Wolf. And honestly, that is the best decision. It did create a lot of curiosity. People actually thought we are a foreign company. Yeah. And the children, they really resonate with the brand that they're like, oh, mommy, I want to go to Big Bad Wolf. I mean, come on, how do you get a 3-year-old to pull the mother to say we want to go to a book sale? It's not a toy store, or a candy store.
So that's how Big Bad Wolf was born, right? Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering who you're listening to Jacqueline Nang, the founder of the co-founder of Big Bad Wolf. They're here in Cebu, and they'll be open very soon. Okay, we have to reveal to them the date and the venue of the Big Bad Wolf 2025. When and where is the Big Bad Wolf happening? Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's starting today. So today is the first day, the 25th of July. It goes all the way till the 4th of August. And it actually, this year is our first time in G Mall in the Cebu City.
G Mall, okay.
And it starts at 10 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, according to the mall hours. So we really hope you can come and check us out, especially for people who has never been to a Big Bad Wolf. Please do check us out. We have brought 1 million of books, 1 million copies of books.
Wow.
There are almost 20,000 titles from children to fiction to non-fiction. But for customers who has always been supporting us all these years, it's our 5th time in Cebu, but we only come back once a year. And I hope we have improved over the years. We try to improve along the way. So this year, what we did was, the moment you enter the entrance, you will see that we created like the top 10 children titles, top 10 non-fiction, top 10 fiction. We have one whole island about books that are very trending now in Book Talk on TikTok. We have books that is like, we noticed that a lot of parents are looking for books that is like, for example, for dinosaurs. So we have one whole table of books on dinosaurs, whether it's activity book or picture book. So I guess when we listen to our customers, a lot of them sometimes feel a little bit lost, like it's a bit overwhelming to come to Big Bad Wolf. So when they enter, at least they get to see all the best-selling titles. And then
death by choice, right? So tell me about the categories, because that's actually what I love about the Big Bad Wolf, is that there are certain categories, right? And it's easier for you to find what you want, right? Tell me about the way your sort of designing the categories so that it'll be easier for us to find what we want.
Yeah, so we have three main categories. So children is yellow. So where you see all the yellow boards, they are the children tables. If you see the blue board, so the moment you enter is actually yellow. So you'll see the children board, and then slowly you'll see the fiction, which is in red, and then the non-fiction, which is in blue. But when you go to the respective section, it's further categorized, right? So like especially for non-fiction, so you'll see the history table, you will see the biography table, you'll see the self-help, you see the business, and so on and so forth. And for fiction, so again, you will see the romance, you'll see the literature, you'll see the crime and thriller. So that's how we categorize them according to their subcategories, and eventually we do hope that the customers who, of course you will be excited, right? So you'll run to that particular table that you think you'll find your book or what you are most interested in. But do take time to go through, because try to discover, I mean, at this price point, our books are as low as 60 pesos, right? So try to discover something else that you might be surprised that you like you enjoy. But please, while you buy all the books that you like, always remember that to buy one more for someone else, because that one book that you buy for someone else is going to be aligned with our mission of changing the world. Because there's still a lot of people who have no access, like they don't come or they can't come, to the sale. Yeah.
Based on your past statistics, what is the most best-selling category?
It always has been children, because our market are the so we focus, so because we want to create the new generation of readers, so our target is actually the non-readers, because the readers would naturally came to us, right? When we have the sale, but the non-readers are the one that we wanted to influence. So you notice that we will never charge admission, so that anybody can come. We don't want them to be intimidated. We try to be at different venues, including shopping malls, so that it's not so intimidating. I guess. So when they come and they try to discover certain books, we do not want them to feel like it is only reserved for a certain group or certain class of people, because it is so mass market. It's so public, and the price point is so reasonable, it's so low.
And you're doing it in a nice little, not little, but big mall in G Mall, and there's a lot of cafes, a lot of coffee shops for you to have,
There is.
to enjoy the books maybe once you've read them, because it's always nice to like read a little something, right? While you're
in a cafe.
you just purchase the book in a cafe. Your slogan is changing the world one book at a time. How do books? I know that a lot of books have changed the world, but how do you do that now in this day and age in the age of information? How does the Big Bad Wolf change the world one book at a time?
Yeah. So I mean, every one of us know the importance of books, right? It's knowledge, it's education. But one thing that a lot of us didn't know is that the difference between a child that is growing up with books and a child that doesn't, right? So so you imagine a child with probably belonging to maybe a more underprivileged or just lower income, or just the family are not readers, right? And so I'm one of that child. So when I go to school, I know the difference between me and my classmate who reads, like where the parents are readers. He grew up with books, and it's a very natural thing for him. So my general knowledge is definitely weak, very weak, right? My composition is horrendous. Like I can't compose a story because I couldn't. My vocabulary is very limited. So even though I'm a good student, but it's just limited to what the teacher teaches me. So I always give this story, like if you give a child a book, right? Let's say the book is about planet, and you think that what you are teaching the child is just planets or space, right? But it's actually beyond that. The child who actually read the book on planets, let's say it's a 5-year-old child, and then he will be sitting on a dining table with, let's say, his auntie and uncles and parents, and he will be just saying the names of the planet. And what an adult would do would be like, oh my God, you're so smart. At 5, you know all the names of the planet. So that is the switch. That switch is to turn on the self-confidence of the child. And now he become, I'm clever, you know. And then he start his education, right? He go to school, and he's not so afraid, you know, to raise his hand to ask question, and he will be continue to pursue knowledge, right? Because it make him feel good, right? To be
Yeah.
clever makes him feel good, make him feel recognized, make him feel appreciated, and a teacher will always gravitates against a child who is very enthusiastic to learn.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering who you're listening to the very enthusiastic and passionate about books, the founder of Big Bad Wolf, Jacqueline Nang. Chris, or maybe Hillary, you have a question? Go ahead, throw it away. 0999-887-6070. You can text us. You can join us on our YouTube page, Tops Media Center, on TikTok, as well as on Facebook page. If you have a question for the founder of the Big Bad Wolf, Jacqueline Chang, throw it away. Yes, Chris, go ahead.
So you've mentioned that when you were young, you were not privileged enough to have like books and access to books. So if Jacqueline Nang would go to your store or would participate in Big Bad Wolf, what do you think? What book would she pick?
What
Yeah.
what book will your younger self pick
Or
if
like,
you were to go to the Big Bad Wolf sale now?
or would you suggest like a book for her to read?
Okay, so that is the thing, right? A child would not know what he or she doesn't know, right? So normally what we will pick as a child is what you're interested in at that time. So if you're interested in princess, you pick a book on princess. If you're interested in cars, you pick a book on cars, right? So the thing is that if you can bring a child to a book sale, that is the best thing you could do for her, because sometimes then that she get to choose whatever she like, and that is where she start her books. But even though you can pick a book for that child, and that's the only book that the child has, he will still read it, because like I said, it's just a child is exploring, is discovering, is
Yeah.
curious. So don't limit a child's mind to like how we adult want something that we want, you know. So I think that is very different. So normally if you give a child something, they are curious, they will read about it, right? But the turning point for me is when a classmate of mine passed me a novel.
Oh, what
When I
kind?
was-
Which one? Which novel?
Where I was 14. So I discovered my joy of reading when I was 14. Oh, the novel is Sidney Sheldon's If Tomorrow Comes.
Oh, Sidney
That's my first
Sheldon.
book.
Wow, isn't that kind of too adult, right?
Yeah, it's
Sydney,
adult.
Yeah,
It's very adult.
yeah. You were still.
You were 14.
How
read that at some point in our
was there like a kind of rebellious streak when you read a book that wasn't appropriate for your age at that time?
I
No,
can
it
relate.
wasn't too bad. It's just romance, suspense.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah. So, but it really take me to a different world.
Mm.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's why I discover reading doesn't equate to studying for exam.
Mhm.
Exactly.
exactly.
Because it's more fun when you read like a story as opposed to like reading maybe lectures and all that. There's no storyline to follow.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, there's also a lot of movies that are better in the books than in the movies.
Yeah.
One example for me would be Crazy Rich Asians is much more better in the book. Also, Harry Potter is much more better in
Harry
the
Potter,
books.
yeah.
And I want to ask a question for you, Miss Jacqueline. Aside from your very first book, the Sidney Sheldon one, if someone were to ask you, like someone like me now, who's not really like super big into reading because I can't read a lot. My reading comprehension is not that high. So, what book would you recommend to them as a beginner, someone trying to be a bookworm?
Yes.
There's no one book that I can tell you must read and you fall in love, because it's very personalized. Everyone can read, right? It's just that are you enjoying what you read? So you do need to choose something that you like. Like for me, you love Harry Potter, I don't.
I used to love Harry Potter
I
so
used to
much.
love it so much. I took the quizzes and all that.
Yeah, actually in Pottermore.
Yeah, Pottermore.
So I enjoy different type of books, and when I fell in love with the style of writing or the storyline, then you fall in love in the author, and then you start to read the rest
More,
of his
yeah.
books, right?
Yeah.
So I'm quite addictive that way. Like when I read a book and I enjoy it, I will just get hold of the rest of his or her book to read. Like I really, really love this series by James Herriot. So if you like animals, so James Herriot, which is a vet, in the I don't know, late 60s, maybe in UK, Yorkshire. So there's a whole box set that I have. And I never know that author before. I didn't know, but I just like animals, so I just picked one and read it, and I fell in love with it. So I took the whole box set. Right? But they're movies, right? Like
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
Me Before You, and I fell in love with that movie. So I quickly get Jojo Moyes' book, and I start reading all her books as well.
Yeah. Which one do you think was better, the movie or the book?
Of course, the book. It's a hands down,
Period.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, because
And
when
it's
they
more detailed
yeah.
compared to the movie.
Yeah, when they do the movie adaptations, they really leave out a lot of details
Yeah, I
as
think
compared to
there's
the
a
book.
limited time, right? That
Yeah.
You have to,
Yeah.
You mentioned that you're going to be categorizing it into three major categories: fiction, nonfiction, and children's books, right? For fiction and for nonfiction, are there subcategories?
Yeah,
that
definitely.
maybe you can tell us whatever you remember. Like starting with nonfiction.
Yeah, nonfiction, we will have biographies, history, cooking, self-help, business and management, science and technology. There's a lot, right? Religion and spirituality, one of the very popular one as well. For fiction, will be quite general, romance, science fiction and fantasy, crime, thriller, mystery, yeah. So and literature. So that is the 5 categories.
And for the children's books, what categories will there be?
Oh, children, there's a lot. There is like board books for the younger ones. There is children picture books. There's children activity book. There is children sound book. There's children sticker book. There's a lot. There is children reference book. There is readers.
When you say children, how old would that be? Like-
So it starts from zero, right? So we have books that is made for 0 to 2. There are books that is for 3 to 5. There are books that is probably 7 to 9, and then there are the 10 to 12, and then there is also a quite a big young adult section. Yeah.
Yeah, even though if your kids can't read yet, it's important to surround your house with books,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Make sure they're not harmful books in the sense that they're sharp edges and all of that. So maybe the soft-bound books, perhaps, or whatever, as long as it's not sharp-edged, right? Because I think kids would inevitably, read something when they see something lying close to them. Hillary, and maybe even both of you, Christine and Ollie, you mentioned that you have been going to the Big Bad Wolf book sales for a long time, since you were 9th grade, you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
So do you have like quick and dirty tips how to survive the Big Bad Wolf? How do you maximize the Big Bad Wolf? Maybe you can tell us. Go ahead. Hillary.
Yeah, I think for beginners or for first timers, it could be a bit overwhelming for them because it's a big place with so many books. But what I do, I think I have this main category I want. For example, young adult or literature. I go there first, and then I secure the books that I want there first, and then after that,
When you say secure, what do you mean? Put it in the basket.
yeah, put
Okay.
it in a basket. That's
Okay.
what I do is that I just example, this title looks good, and then I search it up, the synopsis, and I like the synopsis. I'm gonna put it in the basket and then find other stuff. And then after I secure my the young adult literature, my favorite categories, that's where I go to the other aisles to look for other books. And then in the end, I sort of have this process of quote unquote eliminating the books
Elimination,
because
yeah.
there's
Based on
there-
budget, right?
yeah, because
And-
there are times that let's say, okay, my budget is only for 3, 4, 5 books.
Uh-huh.
And then I end up getting 10 books.
Okay.
So it's so over budget, so I have to really weigh
Something has
which
to go,
one.
right?
Yeah, which one? I look at the reviews and all that.
So you look at the reviews of the book.
Yeah, when I go over budget.
So let's say, for example, you only have budget for 5 books, and you have 10 books in your basket.
Yeah.
So you read the reviews of all 10, and which has better reviews. What's the scoring? The point system, I mean.
Yeah, there's reviews and there's the synopsis
Okay.
because there's usually there are books na in the back of the book. There's no synopsis, right? There are books that there's only the reviews of other authors, and these books that you sometimes sell, they're plastic covered, so we can't really read the inside yet, right? So that's one of my criteria as well. If they have the synopsis behind the book, so that I
Okay.
can read the synopsis
Okay.
before I actually buy it.
And
So-
how about the reviews part? And which do you have like a favorite reviews website, for example? Because there's IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes for movies, right? How about
Yeah.
for books? Is there a place?
Goodreads.
So Goodreads.
Yeah.
So that's where you go. How about you? Do you have quick and dirty tips for us on how to survive the Big Bad Wolf? Chris, go ahead.
I'd say go with the game plan. Same with Hillary, you have to really put a list. I'd say put a list on what books you think you would purchase, and then when you go to the store already, just kanang eliminate the books that you think is will I'd say the least that you'd like, and you also need to check your budget as well because as a student we have limited budgets.
Mine would be for context, the Big Bad Wolf that I went with Ellery actually. And,
Yeah, we went to Seaside.
Yeah, we went to Seaside for Big Bad Wolf. One tip I would give is go with a friend.
Yeah,
You go with a friend.
exactly.
If you're like me and gets overwhelmed easily, when I went there, I was so excited to get lots of books. But when I went there, I was like,
Wait a minute.
which one should I get from all the options I got? So that's
Yeah.
why like. I always ask Alarina, is this good? What books would you recommend me? Like this, like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, bring a friend would really help you decide what to get.
Yeah, they can even help you just queue up first.
Yeah, just wait for me.
Now that you've heard our quick and dirty tips on how to navigate through the Big Bad Wolf, how about you, Jacqueline Nang, sorry, the founder of the Big Bad Wolf? What are your quick and dirty tips for all of those who will be going to the Big Bad Wolf this August?
No,
Today.
it starts today.
Starting today
Yeah,
Yeah.
it ends
until
on,
August 4th
August 4th.
at the G Mall. What are your quick and dirty tips for all of
Bring
us? Go ahead.
something with wheels.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
With
the
wheels.
trolley.
Yeah, bring a bag or a trolley with
Oh,
wheels.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
My car.
absolutely correct, right?
So we do provide baskets with
Oh,
wheels.
yeah.
It's just
But you
that-
can bring it home,
but-
right?
But you can bring it home, and it's quite heavy.
Yeah.
So if you do want to buy a little bit more, it's easier if you have. Some people bring a whole suitcase.
Oh
carry
wow,
their
that's crazy.
books,
We only
yeah.
bring tote bags.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
tote bags is fine. I mean, as long as
It's very heavy.
comfortable.
Yeah.
If you're not buying. Too
It depends
much.
also if you're going to be in a car or in a in a
Commute.
commuting in a
Yeah.
jeepney or perhaps a motorcycle. You have to make sure that you have a big bag that's sturdy, maybe like a knapsack, right?
Yeah.
One of my quick and dirty tips for all of you guys is it is actually the best time to buy Christmas gifts,
Oh,
right?
definitely.
And if you have like a favorite book,
Perfect.
if you have like a favorite book that you've read and you know changed your life,
Oh, I
there
have that.
because books are known to do that. You can buy like 100 of them or 20 of them, right? And I hope we have more than one copy of each book, right? And you can prepare it for Christmas because I think a book is probably one of the best gifts that you can give this
Yeah.
holiday season.
It's very thoughtful gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our time now, it is 10:57. We're almost hitting 11 o'clock. We're still here live with Jacqueline Nang, the co-founder of the Big Bad Wolf. I know you have a big schedule up ahead, and today is the opening. Wait a minute, you're already open. You just opened.
Yeah, open. At
so,
10.
so was there like a big hoopla? Was there like a celebration?
No, I was here.
A ribbon cutting and all of that stuff? Nothing?
No, yesterday was our VIP day.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, the media day.
Oh, okay. So this is a new place, the G Mall, right? And I can imagine it to be perhaps bigger in terms of land area, in terms of hectarage, or is this smaller compared to the previous venues?
It's about the same in terms of square footage, but in terms of location, a lot of customers wanted us to come back to the Cebu City.
Yeah.
Like it's more convenient
Yeah.
rather to
Yeah.
go to the seaside.
Yeah.
So that is what we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of space, a similar amount of
It's
space.
similar. It's just that it's easier to maneuver because it's very squarish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's right at the atrium, so it's very easy to find. Like
Okay.
right at the where you
Entrance.
yeah, it's very easy to find.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
And then of course there's
the
there's parking
Oh yes,
Lots of parking,
Lots
right?
Of parking, yeah.
at the G Mall. You go check it out, the Big Bad Wolf. Before we let you go, I think we have prepared for you a lightning round. What do you call
Yeah,
this?
lightning
A
round.
lightning round. We have to equip her with a microphone first so that we can hear whatever she's saying, right? Our time now, it is almost 11 o'clock. Please attach this to our guest, Jacqueline. Go ahead.
Like a fast talk.
Okay, we're gonna do a lightning round. So what we're going to do is we're gonna hit you with lightning. No. What we're going to do is we're going to ask you a bunch of questions, and you're gonna have to give us as quick
Yeah.
an answer as you can. Maybe a few words.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, this is a version of this or that. So
Yes.
yeah.
Like you just have to choose. It's like we're gonna give you two option, and then you're gonna choose one, and then we'll move into the next question.
Okay.
But
Okay,
you
go
can
ahead.
also explain if you want to.
Go ahead.
So our first question is physical book or ebook?
Physical book,
Yeah. Hardcover or paperback?
paperback,
Fiction or non-fiction?
Fiction.
Bookstore crawl or cozy reading nook?
Cozy.
Oh. Dog earing the page or using a bookmark?
Using a bookmark or anything. Sometimes a tissue
Really?
paper. But I don't dog ear the page.
Yeah. Early morning reader or midnight binge reader?
Evening reader.
Evening. Plot twist or slow burn? Do you know what slow burn is?
I don't know what
Slow burn,
is.
it's basically like if a plot twist, it's very in the climax sudden. But slow burn, it's very like you have to really go through each part of the plot and before you get to the climax or the big push. So it's
The
basically
big reveal. Like
yeah,
a big-
it takes time. Yeah, it's a build up. Yeah. So would you rather read a book that has a build up or you rather the plot twist would be very like glaring already?
I think both I enjoy. Honestly.
Mm. Okay. Next question. Books you reread or books you regret reading? Do you have a book you regret reading?
No, I never regret reading, but it may not. I may not have finished it.
Okay.
You have a
Or
lot
it
of
took you
unfinished.
time to finish a book.
No, sometimes I gave up after 2 chapters.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay, next question. Marketing hustle or quiet passion project? What is Big Bad Wolf to you?
Oh, we have to have a hassle because it's a lot to reach out to.
Okay. Organized bookshelf or organized chaos?
Oh my god, I'm the most messy person.
Oh.
So it's organized chaos.
How do you find your books then? How do you find which
There's
book
plenty
you
of
want to
books. Like I have one whole stack. I mean, I have my bookshelf. I have one whole stack next to my bed. I have books everywhere. Yeah. So sometimes I can't find them. I have to.
You really have to dig deep. Okay, I think the last question is not really fast talk, but my last question would be if you were to live in a fictional universe in one of your favorite books, which book would it be and why?
Oh, I always dream that I'll be a vet
Oh.
at the rolling mountains of Yorkshire.
Wow, that's crazy.
What book is that? What
Yeah,
book is
what-
that?
Yeah, that's the James Harriet book.
Oh, so that's your favorite.
That's my favorite
Of all
series.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, very last question. I just thought of this now. If you were to write a book about like maybe the story of your life, what would the title be?
It'll be a complicated title. Because one of my favorite book is The Curious Incident of a Dog in a Nighttime.
Oh wow, that's so long.
Yeah, but that is
So what-
one of my best book, like the one that I read.
So what would you call your book?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm so not creative. But I'll try to find a title that is like 9 words.
Okay.
Why 9 words?
9-word title book. Before we let you go, why don't you invite them one more time to check out the Big Bad Wolf, Jacqueline Nang, the founder of the Big Bad Wolf 2025, which starts today at the G Mall. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, please come, because we are here once a year. Stock up your bookshelf, stock up for Christmas. So from today, the 25th of July till the 4th of August, we're at Gmall from 10 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. And remember to buy that one more book and give it to someone else. Help us change the world.
Yeah, one book at a time. The Big Bad Wolf happening starting today during mall hours from 9 a.m. until
From 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
10 a.m. until 9 p.m. at the G Mall until August 4. And I hope they're going to extend if you don't have enough time. They usually do, but don't tell anybody about it. Thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was so fun.
Uy, maminaw sa imo